Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today in this video where we're going to be reacting to Bill Burr's comedy on the Titanic being a horror film. Okay, not sure what to expect with this one, but I remember seeing the Titanic years ago and I just want to kind of understand where he's coming from with this. So without any further ado, let's go.
Oh yeah, let's get that out of the way. 36, not married, I sleep on a futon. My back hurts. It's awful. I'm at that age where everybody I know is getting married. People, let me ask you a question. Why the hell do people keep getting married? You know what I mean? Isn't anybody looking at the stats? What's it like? 3 out of 4 marriages go right down the drain now? People, if you were going skydiving and they told you 3 out of 4 parachutes weren't going to open, you'd be like, yo, forget it. I'm not going. I don't like those odds. I'm just kidding, people. You know what? I'll get married. I'll get married the day I see a married guy who actually looks happy. You know what I mean? Because every time you see a married dude, anytime you ask them what it's like being married, they always tell you it's good, but they have a look on their face like they have an appendicitis. Oh, it's hilarious. You're like, yeah, so what's it like being married? They're like, it's good. It's good. That's good. It's a lot of work, but it's good. When you meet the right person and it starts to click. It's a good thing. I enjoy it. You'll meet that person, when you know. I can't feel my legs. No, when you know. It's a good thing. I love women, though. This is my deal. I love women, but I'm finding I'm not compatible with them. I'm serious. Women have, too much energy for me. That's what I've noticed, you can't have a day off when you have a girlfriend. They just see that open day. They're like, oh my God, let's go fill it up with some stuff. No, and then they just come at you with one horrible idea after another. Horrible ideas like, you want to make some sandwiches and go to the park? No, every one of their ideas involves walking around, looking at stuff. It's almost like they're trying to wear you down. After 2 or 3 stores, you're leaning on stuff. I don't care. Just buy something. I don't care. You know what the worst one is? You ever get that one? You want to go to brunch? You want to go to brunch on Sunday? And inside you're like, no! But you can't say that. You got to keep them happy, right? So what do? You're like, yeah, let's go to brunch. What a great idea. Why would you want to sleep in on a Sunday when you can go pay $18 for eggs? Now you're thinking. Then we can sit around and listen to your friends have moronic conversations about the eggs. Like, is that pesto? Is that pesto in your omelet? Oh, it's asparagus. It's asparagus. I thought it was pesto. Oh, you just want to flip the whole table over and just run out of there. So, I was dating this girl recently. This girl's really into women's issues. She got me this book on women's lib one time, right? So I'm reading this thing. I think women's lib was a great thing. Back in the 70s, I thought it was cool, Over the last couple of years, though, I think that whole women's movement, it's really starting to morph into kind of this reverse pimping kind of thing, Because every time you see them on TV, they always say, all we want is to be treated exactly like guys, right? But if you listen to them, they don't. They only want the good stuff of being a guy. They look at a guy's life like it's like a buffet. You just can start picking out stuff, same amount an hour, we'll take some of that. Pay for the movie, that's okay, you can keep that one, I don't like that one. This is nice, that's yucky, that's icky. I mean, come on, people, you can't choose. This girl gave me a rough time one time. She goes, well, why does a guy make more an hour to do the exact same job? I go, I'll tell you why. Because in the unlikely event that we're both on a Titanic and it starts to sink, for some screwed up reason, you get to leave with the kids and I have to stay. No, that's why I get the $1 more an hour. If there's a house fire, it's always women and children first. I got to stand there with the back of my shirt on fire going, let's go, people, let's go, let's go. So that's how I look at it. No, it's it's $1 an hour surcharge. Seriously, that if something screwed up happens, either I can't leave or I gotta like get in the way of it to give you a head start, like rabid dog, run honey, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You hear a bump in the night, I gotta go check it out, like yes, he does have a knife. No, I don't. I don't think a woman should make $1 less an hour to do the exact same job, okay? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is if you're gonna make what I make, when the boat sinks, you better be standing right there next to me, listen to that guy play the cello. Then you get the corner office. I don't got a problem. You got all the benefits. That's why I didn't like that movie, The Titanic. You know what I hate about that movie? Every girl I meet thinks that movie's romantic. Like, my God, that was so romantic, don't you think? No! No, I don't. It was a horror film. And they're always like, why? Why? Because all the guys die. See, you're sitting there watching it going, who would I be in that scenario? You be that chick floating away in the big piece of luggage. I'm watching it going, who would I be? I'd be that dude when like the boat breaks in half, that dude who like falls straight down, bangs off the stuff and goes into the water. That's who I'd be. I'd be wearing a tuxedo, not because I wanted to, but you wanted to dress up that night, right? And I'd just be falling the whole way down. I should have humped that chick in first class. All right, I'm out of time. You guys had a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Oh, gosh. All right. Okay. You know what I like about this guy? I like how he uses comedy to address such important topic like women's rights, whilst trying to ensure that it isn't so difficult to hear. I like how he he tries to relate it to some of the experiences that we have as people. Personally, I didn't like the Titanic at all. Not for the same reasons that he doesn't like it. I just thought it was too long a film. It was just too sappy for me. I just didn't get it. I didn't like it. And I don't think I've actually watched it all. I think I've always kind of like stumbled onto parts of it and stuff like that. And I think that's how maybe I've watched it all, by stumbling into different parts of it. And ultimately that makes the whole film. I think that's what I've done over the years. But going back to the bit around women's rights, it's important that we as people get a better understanding or a clear understanding of where we are going. And the reason I say this is because, like what he's just rightly said there, if as a group of people, I'm not specifically saying about women or men. What I'm trying to say is, as a group of people, if we're going one direction, we need to be able to accept everything that comes with that direction. We can't be selective and say, oh, we can be. Obviously, it depends on your situation. It's an individual race, and we need to respect that. But we can't turn around and say we're not going to do certain things because it doesn't agree with us, but yet we want to walk that path. That path comes with a level of difficulty, and we need to respect that and be willing to take on that challenge. I say that to say this: life is difficult, and because life is difficult, we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared because we're going to need a helping hand wherever we find ourselves. And it's okay to say that I haven't got this. We don't need to create a divide in a world that is already as difficult as it is. What we do not need is to be further divided, be it male, female, black, white, green, whatever race or gender you're in. What we do not need is further division. we need to be looking for a way to kind of unite ourselves again. That way, being flexible in our thinking and our way of seeing things, we are more likely to grow and develop more as people than to consistently trying to hack the next person off or create enmity with the next group of people. It's just not needed. There's just no need for it. There's too much already that we're facing that we don't even need to start that. There's no need for it. Come on, let's have a laugh and let's have fun, guys. So if you like what we're all about, please like, subscribe, and join our community. Until next time, you make sure you look after yourself. And it's been Kings. Peace. Bye for now.